Okay, second half. Apparently the webcam only lets me record 10 minutes at a time. So let me speed this up. Okay, so the first YouTuber I started watching was Dax Flame. I remember starting to watch his videos and reading all the comments. There's like these giant debates in the comments, like, this guy is mentally ill, and no, this is just an act. And I was like, this is so crazy. This guy has so many people like fighting over his videos, and he was getting hundreds of thousands of views. And I was like, this is weird. Like, this guy's like a like I don't know if he's a celebrity, but all these people are like watching him. So then I came across SXE Philip DeFranco, and he had this. Like right at the time that I found him, he had this video called "How to Get a Popular Online Series or Web Show" or something like that. And that was the first time that I had realized like people are actually like making shows or whatever on YouTube. Like I remember Phil, he had like this cool little intro, like dun, 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 and he had like he's on a phone, and I'm like, this is so weird. And so I was like doing the radio show, and I was like, I could do this. Like I started watching Phil, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a video response to this video. And the very first video that I basically made on purpose to go on YouTube, because I'd uploaded a couple videos of like me skiing. Like after I'd watched all night, I was like, I got some funny videos I'm gonna put on here. So I'd put a couple videos on YouTube, but like this was the first video that I had made. Like I'm gonna make this video to go on YouTube, and it's gonna be for this guy's contest. So it was a video based on this concept that I came up with one night when I was doing this thing in the studio called The Rant of Shay, where I talked about antibacterial stuff, how it says it kills 99.99% of the germs. And I was like, well, that obviously is not killing 100% of the germs. The one germ that is left is like the He-Man germ. He's like the strongest germ of all the germs. And now he's pissed because I just killed his whole family. I killed every germ but the germ I wanted to be dead. And anyways, so I made this little rant video called the He-Man germ and submitted it to Phil's contest. Well, long story short, Phil liked it. I was one of the top 5 finalists. He put me on his website. And then people started subscribing to me. I remember I got like 200 subscribers. I remember making a 200 subscriber video, like, I got 200 subscribers. And I started getting emails from people like, you should make more videos. These are really funny. And I'm like, what do you, it was blew my mind. It blew my mind that people from anywhere in the world could watch me sitting in my room talking about just whatever, and they could send me emails and they could communicate with me. And I was just like, this is insane. This is crazy. And so they all of a sudden, like, the granite, I still had my granite business and I was doing the radio DJ stuff, but like all of a sudden, like all I cared about is like making more videos. Like that's all I could think about. Like I would make a video and a couple days would go by and I'm like, oh, I gotta make another video. What should I make a video about? Like people are asking me to make more videos, and it's like all I could think about. She's calling me again. Hi. Yes, ma'am. Come downstairs. Come downstairs and say hi to us. Love you. Bye. Anyways, so Phil then gave me a shout out on his show, and then I got like 3,000 subscribers. And I remember like just watching, all day. I just sit there and hit refresh on my email, because every time I got a subscriber, it would come to my email, and I just like refresh, and I'm like, 3,000 people. This is insane. So then I just totally like, everything kind of went to the wayside. Like the granite job, like I was like, it's just kind of like I just didn't want to do it anymore. Like this is all I cared about. I started going to YouTube gatherings. Like try telling your wife that you're gonna fly to San Francisco to meet with a bunch of people you met on the internet. That didn't. She's like, what? I remember my first gathering in San Francisco. I met a ton of YouTubers. Charles Trippy was like one of the first YouTuber I met. I met Phil there, and Lindsay, and Zipster, and Renetto, and Naltz, and Mr. Safety, and all these people that I'd like watched on the internet. And it was like I just got into this thing, man. And like literally for the last 2 years and 9 months, this is all I've thought about. And I have done every job under the sun. I've been a real estate agent. Like I said, I own my own granite business, radio DJ. I sold pest control door to door. I was a school bus driver. I used to drive school buses. I was, worked at all kinds of restaurants, trying to do insurance sales. Come here, I'm telling our YouTube story. So then I started going to YouTube gatherings. I've been to like probably 9 YouTube gatherings in Canada, New York, Philadelphia, and all over. Where else have we been?
You've been to Toronto.
Toronto, yeah. So and that's and
I don't know.
and then the big day came when it's like I was about to turn 30. Oh no, I was about to turn 29, and I was like, you know, it was like another life moment. Like I'm about to be 30, and I was like, what could I do? And I started watching Danny Grosditch do the graduate report. He started doing a daily diary on January of 08, 09. Anyways, I was watching his videos, and he didn't do anything in his videos. Like literally, he would go to work, he would eat, and then he would go home in his room. And I was like, every day, I was like, I want to see what he did today. It was intriguing to me. So I was like, what if I made a video every day of my 29th year? And like this would be a great way to like before I'm 30, what if I made 365 videos? So we did that, and
I can't stand.
you want to sit down? This is really getting to be like a long thing. And then okay, so then we moved to California. And then I'm talking to Danny Diamond one night, and I was at the radio studio. He's like, I had actually just flown out there, and we'd done this project together for the new movie Crank 2 coming out. And I remember when I was there working on the project, I'm like, this is so fun. Like before it was like me and her trying to film videos, and I'm like, hey, hold the camera. I'm like, no, not like that. Like hold it down. And then she'd be like, okay, go. I'm like, is it on? And she'd be like, yeah. And then I'd do it. She goes, wait, it's not on. I'm like, oh, honey. And it was like me and her, you know.
I'm the best vlogger ever.
And she's actually gotten to be like a really good cameraman now because of it. But in the early days, it was like we would be like trying to make these videos. I'm like, oh, this is so hard. But so then when I went to California to film this thing with Lisa and Danny and Cassim, and it was just like I said for Crank 2, it was like this is so fun because you guys are like have nice cameras and you know what it's like to be a YouTuber. Like this would be so cool if we just like did this together all the time. Like what if we lived by each other? And we talked about it a little bit then, but you know, didn't think much of it. So then, like I said, I was back home here in Idaho, and I called Danny one night, and we were talking. And he's like, "Why don't you move out here, and we'll start a channel, and we'll all help each other make videos, and we'll promote each other, and you know, we'll get a bunch of people in it, and it'll just be a blast." And so it's like, "Hey, honey, let's move to Los Angeles, California," which was another like fun sell. You know, like move to Los Angeles. We have at this point, you know, 3 kids. And but because you know I'd had success in YouTube, she saw the value in it finally, and she was like, "Okay, let's do it." So we moved to Venice Beach, and you guys kind of know the story from there. It started the station. You know, I mean, my real life friends are now my internet friends. There's no difference really. It's like you know we would make videos all day, and then we'd hang out at night. We'd have birthday parties and it's just like literally my whole life now. This is like YouTube. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I was a normal person. I was like you once. But this whole thing, it's insanely crazy, and it's impossible to show the gratitude. And I was watching Michael Buckley's video, and it literally is what he said is so true. You can't form the words to express how amazing this is, and what an amazing thing YouTube is. 5 years it's been going on. You know, I've been part of it for basically 3, and who knows? Who knows where it's going to go in the next 5 to 10 years? If it could all die tomorrow, and I would have a million memories and a million friends and a million, you know, amazing opportunities that I've had because of this. And I thank all of you. This is getting so sappy. But I hope it continues forever. To me, it's still too good to be true. It literally is still too good to actually be reality. I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning to my 5 o'clock alarm to have to go polish granite again. I know this is, you know, a 2-part 20-minute video, but that's really the condensed version because there's so much more that, and so many more exciting things that happened in between there, and so many more exciting things to come. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. You can't even, like I said, like Michael Buckley said, you can't even form the words to express the gratitude that comes from being able to do this and share our lives, you know, with you guys. And I appreciate you guys watching and being a part of it. Okay, so that is my YouTube story, and hopefully there'll be a lot more to come. Okay, now me and Tim the Toolman Taylor have to go work on a project. This is Al Borland signing out.